Namaste, my beautiful queens. Today, what I want to do two videos. There is a very informative spread, hopefully have enough time. Very informative spread, which is called very simply, it's called The Situation. And it consists of 7 cards. Positive aspects of this situation, negative aspects of this situation, the reason of this whole situation appearing. You see, probably question number 3 is the most important thing, because very little readers, actually no, I'm not right, but a lot of readers, which I know personally, this is the main thing. It's actually there. One of the main questions in the spread, very famous spread, which is called Celtic Cross. And that is the situation. What is the root? What is the root of this situation? For example, a woman cannot find the right man. What is the root? And the root can be, of course, in childhood or in traumas caused by parent, one of the parents, or both, or something else. The root of this situation to arise, to appear. Number 4, unexpected events you can expect, if we can say so, in this situation. If this spread is done for love relationship situation, then we add card number 5, his thoughts, card number 6, his intentions, and card number 7 is not usually as an outcome, but card number 7 is this: what decision I have to make in this situation. What is gonna be a good decision for me to make? So as this situation, I'm gonna do 2 reading. One is connected not with love and relationship, so instead of 7 cards, it's gonna be a 4. We're gonna exclude thoughts and intentions of his. But in this reading, it's going to be situation connected with love and relationship. So it's gonna be 7 cards. The only thing I want to ask you to do is please to determine a period of time you want to know how this situation is going to be developing. So whether it is within 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, please, you have to determine the period of time yourself. And I am going to simply read the cards. So this is going to be first reading, the situation connected with love and relationship and love. And the second reading I'm going to do this situation connected not with a love relationship. It can be connected with anything, maybe some business matter, some matter with money, matters with people, connected to people, whatever it is connected with. So this is going to be about love and relationship, and it's a spread, 7 cards. So of course take what resonates, my beautiful queens. Asking the spirits of fire, earth, air, and water, the guides and the keepers, the divine forces of love and light, to give us the answers to our questions, touching it to my forehead, to my mouth, to my heart. So the first card, positive aspect of this situation. What is the positive aspect of this situation? Positive aspect, the lovers. Interesting positive aspect. The negative aspect of this, I'm going to put them down and then I'm going to tell you the meaning. The negative aspect of this situation, we're having the 6 of swords. So yes, that is rather negative. Now the reason. What are the reasons? I'm going to put them like this so you could see them. What are the reasons of this situation even arising, appearing in your life, even though it's already clearly karmic situation here. Karmic and teaching and awakening all together. The reason of this situation, the reason is 8 of Wands. The reason is 8 of Wands. So this all just happened unexpectedly. Unexpected events you can expect, if I am making any sense, in a period of time you are asking. Ooh, it's a very good unexpected. I like this unexpected Ace of Pentacles. I want to okay, and his thoughts is Ace of Wands. Oh my God, how many times I had seen in my previous 2 decks, because this is a 3rd Arcanum deck. In a previous deck, this king was completely became completely invisible. In both of the decks I use Arcanum. This is my favorite deck because he was coming out in spreads too often. Intentions of the world, and what decision you have to make. I need to clarify here a couple cards. Decision you have to make, not you have to make, but what decision you probably would be good to do this, to make up this decision. You should do. Queen of Wands, you know, what decision? Stay in your power, Queen. Very interesting cards, but I might clarify some of them. So beautiful, my beautiful, beautiful Queen. So of course, the very already, you know, I'm already excited. Very interesting reading here, but I want to clarify this one. So the positive aspect, the thing is that the positive aspect of the positive aspect of this whole situation is the Lovers. The Lovers is a very complicated card because of course this is the it looks simple, it looks like, you know, lovers, people looking into each other, but positive aspect, as we are reading this is a positive aspect, then it means that of course the connection between you two exists through many lives. Astrologically, this is Gemini and Libra. The thing is that these both of you, what is a positive aspect? Of course, the two of you coming into the life of each other is like shook your world, shook you to your very core. This is such awakening experience with which you might curse everything under the sun, and the moment you met him, the moment you looked at him, the moment you were brought into each other's life, but at the same time, the thing is that you have to understand, when time passes by and you look back, I can tell you from my own point of view, when time passes by and you look back, you realize that if it wasn't this, then your life would have been completely 100% different. This is positive aspect because when usually you get into the situation connected with Lovers, especially as a first card, you come into the situation which pretty much as a phoenix, it brings old you to ash, destroys everything what you have been before that. And for both of you, you have to realize that for both of you, you know how much I try to avoid lately. You know, it's weird, you know, the twin flame herself tries to avoid the words twin flame. and, and this is how I am lately. I removed 98% of videos connected with twin flames here on Patreon. I only have, I think, about 1 or 2 of them, because I know some of you are authentic twins, but I try to avoid. But this is the thing, and also it's true about twin flames, but also it's true about those kind of couples which I called almost twins. What does it mean, almost twins? That you've been, it's been dozens of lives, and of course you come here for certain very important missions, but in order to be able to do this mission, it's that phoenix which dies and burns to ash. Ash becomes cold, and it seems no life is possible, and suddenly you are rising from this ash, and you are a young phoenix, and you are much more stronger, much more powerful. Yes, I mean, you know, those of you who are TFs or almost TFs, I call you, and I am convinced 1,000,000,000% anyone who is on my Patreon is, of course, everyone is unique. Everyone is very unique and with specific power. But if your guides brought you to my Patreon, because my guides and keepers and everyone who is here on Patreon knows that I put not 300% of me into my videos on Patreon. I put 1,000% into my videos on Patreon, and they are multi-layered, so I get kind of in a trance. So of course this is destroy. It's a Shiva card. It's a universe destroyed and created. And of course for two of you, this it had been such a complicated and a tough experience. And this is always the card connected with one word, not with one word, with 3 words. First, choice. Second, test. And third, heart. And of course it's because we are having obviously King of Swords here. For King of Swords, this is a disaster. Because Lover's card brings such a situation which King of Swords would there is not enough logic in the existence of this planet or other planets to be capable to explain such dynamic logically. And if you interesting thing that some of the true real twin flames, I told them, give him the book the Twin Flame Revelation from Alexander Alexander Blackwell, and some of the girls did give it to him. He read probably 1-2 pages, and he he didn't want to do it because it's too much, it's too deep, it's too esoteric, and he needs to do 1 + 1 = 2. It's a logical one. At the same time, he thinks he's like this. His life experience had brought him into this. This is how he survived. This is how he was surviving. So imagine this. There was a guy. He was living his life. Especially if we are having the second card with a negative aspect of this situation, positive and negative, you see, from the point of view of the spiritual growth, from the spiritual development, this is the positive card, because it throws you to live through Lover's card. I am, if you know anything of my own story, because of course when books is gonna come out, you'll read it all there. But if you know anything of my own story, or you've been with me long enough to know a little bit of me, read my posts and something I write or I say, the Lover's card is the card which so imagine this. These are the karmic soulmates, twin flames, and so on, almost twins I call them, or this is how it is. You lived both your own lives. You were living yours, and for some of you, this is the aspect. There is a distance, probably, or different cities, continents, or whatever. But it's in a position of intention. So the thing is that some of you came into his life when it was he was not free. He was probably married, for some of you, not for all of you, but he was living his life. He was living his life. I want to teach you something. When you look at the cards and read the cards, you have to look at the whole spread, like at the painting. So he was living his life. He was dealing with his thing. He was surviving. He was betrayed and he was betraying. He was hurt and he was hurting. He was rising. He was building his empire. He was building his strength. He was building his everything. I mean, it's for them. It's also we somehow believe, some of us get guilty sometimes believing that it's just us who are suffer and struggle and go through all this transformation, and they just don't, it doesn't happen with them, but it happens with them as well. So he got himself to the king of his empire, whether it's a little tiny empire or it's a huge one, whether it's a village, a city, a hospital, whatever, or a country maybe, or maybe a half of a world, who knows. It depends on each one of you. So the life he already got, it's already became like a concrete. His beliefs, his disbeliefs, how he saw things, how he saw love, how he saw women, how he saw everything. Kaboom, you come. Bam! Bam, kaboom, right here. The reason of this whole situation happening, the Eight of Wands, but that you have to connect with the lovers here, not by itself. And it was some, spike of interest. Spike of interest. Oh, wow, what is it? As this card has a nickname, Arrows of Love. So, spike of interest didn't seem to him anything dangerous or spooky or scary or anything at all. Spike of interest. You could start. Some of you started to communicate probably through maybe through friends of friends, through Facebook. Probably not even face to face. Why? Because very often the arrows of love they mean communication through letters. In 200, 300 years ago. Now of course, could be text messages, could be maybe on a chat, maybe on Facebook, maybe on something else. So it's all started, it's all started like a spike of interest, but the king, the magnificent, powerful, strong king of swords, I don't think this is specifically Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, for some of you specifically, this sign, but in this spread, it's just his behavior. This is how he told himself he must behave, stand strong against all their temptations, because this is temptation. It's spark of interest. It's all started like that, and then what happens? Kaboom! He didn't expect, and the more he knew you, the more you communicated with him. Of course, the more it was pulling him into, and the more it brought him to realization of a very simple thing, realization that he has to, because this is a card of a choice. This is a card of a test and choice, and this is a card of a choice. So he came to the point, of course it's different for all of you, but he came to the point when he absolutely didn't know what to do with it. He was too much into you to refuse completely from you, but at the same time his empire and his control was too important for him in order to refuse from that, because with you it's baby, it's all or nothing now. I don't wanna run and I can't walk out. Say it's all or nothing. He either is all the way with you and he chooses you, but what does it mean for the King of Swords choosing, making this choice? The choice what comes with lovers only comes with choice by heart. And this one never does such things as choice by heart. So of course, positive aspect, it's a huge transformation for all of you, for all of you, for both of you. Negative aspect, that he has to make that choice to live the old life here, get into the boat, because this figure is those of you who are familiar with Greek mythology, this is a river or of Styx, and this is the one who puts a soul into the boat to get the soul from one side to the other. For a control freak as this guy, the thing is that leaving one bank of the river and getting to the other without any guarantee, he has no guarantees with you. Why? Because the thing is that probably you were at the beginning of your story and your relationship, putting your heart on a silver platter and giving it to him in your attempts to melt his heart, but not anymore, because the final card here is this, especially if you are a fire sign. But again, this is not about zodiac, even though, of course, this is Leo Sagittarius Aries, but this is the one standing in her strengths. So you probably you were the one who was giving him giving him your heart on a silver platter in order to get through to him, and then you probably were waiting, but then you stopped that, and you got to the point of the King or Queen of Wands. So the thing is, of course, positive aspect, it's a huge transformation for both of you. Negative, that he still doesn't know what to do. He cannot keep on living life as he was living before you burst into his life. He can't. Even though some of you did, like myself, walked away and said, okay, fine, live your life, be happy. I will walk my path, you walk your path, that maybe that's better. But the problem is, after he tasted heaven, he doesn't want to keep on living, and he makes himself, he forces himself, he tries to make himself still stand there, convinces himself that he has to be so cold and tough and logical and good. Hold yourself, bitch. Sorry, my language. And his heart is like, what's going on there with her? Maybe she has somebody. Maybe she forgot me. Did she forget me? Did she forget me? No, she couldn't forget me. She loved me so much. She loved me so very much. She couldn't have forgotten me. No. Maybe she did forget me. Maybe she doesn't love me anymore. Maybe I should do something. Maybe, no, it's all this, but he finds strength so far at the point of us speaking right now, finds strength in standing as a king of swords. Logic and mind and logic, be the ice king, and don't budge, don't flinch. So you see such a situation, and I'm talking too much. The reason, of course, the reason of this whole thing happening would be the lovers and the arrows of love. Of course, it's all has the root in the past lives, girls. This is a simple fact of it. You have your both souls, if you have two of them, or your soul, if you are TFs and you have one of them, has a very specific mission, and that mission could not have been fulfilled unless you both gone through this fire, through this phoenix, burning phoenix rising. So unexpected events, so this one is the positive negative answer, and this is the reason of this rising. And unexpected events, unexpected things which you can expect to happen. Now this is very interesting. The thing is, the Ace of Pentacles is a very positive card. The thing is that I will put this card together with the what you need to decide, what decision you have to make. And you see, you already walked into the stage of your own power, and you are going to be walking through further into your power. The thing is that you really are right now at the beginning of the journey to your quite a bit of success. And I am talking about financial and spiritual and emotional, because we have a Queen of Swords here. And the thing is that your beautiful king right here, he used to think that he used to think he was, the center of the universe, and you loved him so much that you just like that love to him made you weak. And he was the one controlling the situation and ruling the situation. But the thing is that Queen and Ace of Pentacles, it's a huge perspectives in your life. And you're gonna keep on moving into your power. The interesting thing, what you have to understand, that the more you are going to walk into your power, emotional, material, spiritual, and all the aspects of life, the more he would have to make that choice to live one old paradigm and old life without any guarantee what's gonna wait for him on the other side. The more you're standing in your power, the more he will be forced to make his choice. Interesting thing here is that stubborn mule of yours, your karmic guy, because TFs are also karmics, of course. TFs are so karmic, it's crazy, because those are hundreds of lives they've had, so there are tons of karma, much more karma than anyone. The thing is that the more you walk into your own power, the more he realizes that this is the woman, the only woman I ever wanted. The thing is, the more you walk into your power, the more the mule realizes that I have to do this choice. If I don't do this choice, I simply gonna lose her. Because I already almost have lost her, because she is turned away from me. I am standing here so strong, holding my sword, ready to cut and, chop everything into pieces. And she, instead of being at my feet, begging me to love me, she's turned away from me towards Ace of Pentacles. And Ace of Pentacles is the reward. Huge happiness, reward, the card of reward, money, feelings, emotional fulfillment, realization of your true talents, realization of your true gifts, huge, humongous energies which you have created when you started to rise from your knees. Then you got up, then you find a strength in yourself to turn away from him and concentrate on your own path. You see this road here? You on your own path, on your own way. You turned away from him, and as soon as you started doing this one started to tremble and worry. This one already wants to put his sword down, and he's still trembling and wants to put it down. But the more you're going to be walking your path towards your own fulfillment and success, the more this one will be forced into this situation when he would have to put that sword down and follow you on this path, because you are the one. There is nothing else I can say. His thoughts, his thoughts so far, he thinks I must stand in my cold logic and power, not flinch. This is how his thoughts. Intentions, the world in this situation in conjunction with the King of Swords. This is his intention so far, to keep everything as it is. But at the same time, there is a hope in him that, you know, the things are gonna change, that you're gonna be, you see, there is a hope that things are gonna be as they used to be. Before you had risen from ash, before you had risen from your knees and started to walk your own path, there is a hope here that that you're gonna miss him enough, and you're gonna love him and miss him, and the things are gonna go back to the situation when he was in full control, and still you were there giving him everything, your heart, your feelings, your emotion, and everything you possess on a silver platter. There is still hope in him that it's gonna be. So his intentions for the period of time you are asking is standing with his sword and you know, not change anything if there is a distance, and keep that distance, but he's watching over you. So the thing is that he watches you all on social media, or probably through the friends or people who know you, but he's watching your life from a side, from a distance right here. You know, he watches probably your every step, every word you write or photo you post or whatever. Watches you from the distance. He so far, his intentions keep on doing that, but hoping at the same time you're gonna return into his life and play only by his rules and do what he and how he wants it. That's not gonna happen, because what decision you need to make, this is very simple. You are standing in your power. Keep on walking towards your success and your absolute strength in light. Physically, emotionally, look at you. This is the Queen. So the more you stand in your power, the more you are going to be moving your King of Swords, because I don't think originally it's a King of Swords. You see, the life made him a King of Swords. This is how he survived. But the more you stand like this, the more he is going to become to the original self, to understand what is important, what is less important, what must be done, and what path he must follow. This, my beautiful queens, I think it was incredible information given here to us. This is all about this reading, the situation about love and relationship. I will do one more according to the situation, not connected with a love and relationship. It's going to be a bonus video. I am wishing you all the best. Thank you for your support. Namaste.